Okay, so I was kind of presented with a mind blow today. Hot dog buns, and kind of just buns in general, are pretty damn universal. It's a little unconventional, but it is pretty universal. Because we had some free hot dog buns at work today. And we were kind of like, well, most of us use just regular bread for stuff. But the store manager was like, hey, you can go ahead and you can make a PB&J out of these hot dog buns. You can make some garlic bread. You can make a sub. You can make whatever you want with these things. And at a cost of free, the price is right. So I was kind of inspired by this. So I went ahead and took a pack home. And I'm trying to think, what do I want to do? What's the most obscure thing I could do with hot dog buns? Yeah, I'm not feeding them to you. Okay, because you can't have bread. You're diabetic. It's not how it works. You're lucky I give you milk. But I'm half tempted to make a peanut butter and jelly on a hot dog bun and see just how different it truly is. Bread is bread, and crust is crust. So what if there's just a little bit more crust and the bread is shaped differently? Maybe, just maybe, everybody should just start buying buns instead of a loaf of bread. This boy needs his milk. I'm sorry. This is the Fat and Happy Show. Let's feed the cat. Hello and welcome back, everybody, to the Fat and Happy Show. Come on, man. Take off your pants. Let's advertise the bowl of cereal. Yes, I freaking love that I have that as my intro. Captain Impatient. God. I'm going to lose a finger to that cat, I swear. Today, Chips Ahoy cereal today. We're going back to cereal. No more whipped cream for the time being. Yesterday, that food coma, I was seriously hurting. Was it worth it? Yes. Would I do it again? 10 out of 10. Yes. Is it good? Is it good? You are getting milk all over my desk. I still can't stand the smell of this cereal. I'm just going to make the public declaration. Do not buy Chips Ahoy cereal. It is terrible. Alright, so for today's show, it's Weird Wednesday. So let's go ahead and start off with some weird news. Just a disclaimer, it's weird to me. But maybe it's not weird to you, but this is the weirdest story I could find on short notice. A family in Europe almost lost 300,000 pounds of cheese. Pounds, as in the European currency, not the American way of weighing things. Yeah, this 300,000 pounds of cheese is an expensive loss because of COVID. Because of COVID, basically, they sold to all these hotels and restaurants and stuff like that, all their cheese. And with the hotels and restaurants being shut down, no one was buying their cheese. So what'd they do? Well, they pretty much just gave it away to people. They were able to find an app for people in the UK to be basically come on by and get the cheese. So instead of throwing it away, why not give it away? This honestly could be seen as like a good act of the day. So if you want to conclude it with that, because I don't have one today, you can do that as a good deed of the day. But now let's go ahead and get into some bad news of the day. Oh boy. Every day we're getting closer to our final end. The coronavirus here in America is exploding right now. Guess what, people? You had one job and you failed it. Congratulations. You happy now? People are getting infected. 100,000 people a day almost. At least that's what Fauci's saying. And guess what? Fauci's been right most of the time. So guess what, people? We're fucked. Plain and simple as that. We're screwed. All because people would not wear a mask, people are not practicing social distancing, and now that summer's here, everyone's just like, oh yeah, high five, everybody, high five, contact. I'm gonna just cough in your freaking face. So yeah, needless to say, I'm pissed. Because guess what? I work on the front lines of this whole thing. Okay? I'm not a hospital worker, but I'm a retail guy. And guess what? Retail people come into a lot more contact, and we're in a much more dangerous situation because we're not medically prepared to deal with this stuff. And it's all because people don't care. And that is what irks me, is no one cares about the freaking coronavirus. Ooh, it's a pandemic. Ooh, history. Selfie, COVID, lockdown. No. How about we pay attention to the fact that people are going to die from this, more people are getting infected, thus spreading it around the freaking world, because the U.S. doesn't give a damn. We are seriously the jackasses of the world. And that's the sucky thing, is we're jackasses. Anyways, let's go and get out of the news. Let's go ahead and get onto some weird facts. Fact number 1, back in ancient Greece and Rome, doctors would use spider webs as bandages, which to me is hella screwed up. Because spider webs come out of a spider's butt, and then you're going to put that on your arm to try and save a wound? What? I don't know. It's ancient Greece. They didn't know what they were doing. That's whatever. Fact number 2, and this one freaks me the hell out. You know a blue whale, like the biggest whale in the ocean? Yeah. Well, apparently you can swim in its veins. That's screwed up. The fact that if you were to able to sneak into a vein, you'd just be pumped throughout the whole entire thing. Just, that's weird. Like, I would love to see a blue whale in real life, just so I could get an idea of just how huge that is. Because the idea that not me, but an average human could fit in a blood vessel of one of these animals is just, it's crazy. And lastly, one thing that I think a lot of people know, but maybe you didn't, is that crying makes you feel good. If you're having a really bad day and you just need a good cry, crying literally releases endorphins to make you feel better. It is a natural thing, and I think it's a wonderful thing. I have good cries, not as often anymore, but I have had them plenty of times. And you want to know something? I usually don't hold back. And I will tell you what, I ugly cry. It's like one of those ugly cryings where you're just like, oh, I want to help you, but I gotta go. If you ever catch me in an ugly cry, just toss me a bottle of water, box of tissues, and a Ben & Jerry's. I don't need the spoon. I'll make it work. But there we go. That's our 3 weird facts of the day. And with that, let's go ahead and get on to the dad joke of the day. Now, the dad joke of the day was actually requested by one of the bread delivery guys for my store. And it is, why did the Scarecrow get a promotion? This better not be corny. Because he was outstanding in his field. Oh, shucks. Stupid joke, but it's good. It's a good classic dad joke. Outstanding in his field. If you want a promotion, go stand out in the field. Simple as that. Which field are you asking? Good question. Indiana, cornfield. Idaho, potato field. Anywhere else, I don't care. Maybe in Florida, it's an orange grove. I don't know. Let's go ahead and get into that pet photo of the day, where we got a tweet in the form of Tiki. Love Tiki. Tiki, very, very cute bird. And it reminds me of the time that I actually had birds. Well, actually, my mom had birds. They were little adorable things. They were like about this big. And they were so cute. We had 2 of them. Honestly, would I get a bird ever again? No. I have too many cats. It's, you know what'll happen. But with that, we are now into the 2 cents moment of the day. Now is the part of the show where Kyle gives his 2 cents. As I mentioned at the top of the show, we were presented with some free hot dog buns. And in a moment like that, you can either think of the practicality that hot dog buns go with hot dogs, or you can think beyond the normal practicality and start thinking these could be used for sandwiches, this could be used for garlic bread, this could be used for more. With many things in life, you can do the same type of thinking. For example, a Pringles canister, instead of throwing it away, you could use it for storage. Instead of getting rid of some old t-shirts, maybe make a quilt. Or maybe it's something as simple as some leftovers in your fridge that you can make into a different meal. Regardless, you can make more out of a little with a little bit of creativity and a little bit of mind power. The only question is if you want to use that mind power. So next time that you have a little something laying around the house, or you think about maybe throwing something away, use your brain. Use what God gave you and do some thinking. Maybe you might come up with something new and creative, and then post it to Pinterest. And for real, I'm not trying to say hoarding is a great thing, but a lot of things that, like, maybe you want to go out and buy this new fancy storage thing. Well, maybe if you had like some Pringles canisters and you just sat them like alongside, like on top of each other, maybe making a pyramid, and you super glued them together, or use like a hot glue gun to stick them together, you could accomplish the same thing. It might not look as good, but it would save you some money. Or at least maybe be able to hold you out until you could afford whatever you needed. There's just so many things that we're surrounded by that we are so quick to throw away. But there's better practicalities for them than just throwing them away. In fact, ask your friends if they want a chair or something before you throw it out. Because odds are you could find someone who needs a chair. But that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to do it for this episode of the Fat and Happy Show. But before we go, I do want to make a statement really quick. My cousin Jessica is currently in hospital battling sticky blood, which is basically a fallout from COVID-19. And with this, she's got blood clots in her leg. And right now, they kind of don't know what to do. She's on some medication right now. They can't really do surgery because of implications with sticky blood. I'm hearing the mortality rate is high with this. I'm not going to do that research because I know my cousin and she's a hard ass and she ain't going to go down without a fucking fight. So I'm not really too worried at all. But I did want to send my thoughts and prayers to her, though. It's unfortunate that she's now in this situation. But with COVID and people not taking care of themselves, it's just a matter of time before we're all infected and we're all having to battle sticky blood. Hopefully you are on your way to a speedy recovery by the time that this airs. But just wanted to make that little shout out because I know that she has watched the show before. And she's already actually submitted, way back when, the 3 horses. She submitted those a while ago for a pet photo of the day. But that will do it for this episode of the Fat and Happy Show, everybody. Hopefully you guys got a little bit fatter and happier with me. And I will see you guys back here for Thursday's episode. Good night.